Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here, yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's Freddieking Hideaway, one of the most popular of all the blues instrumentals. So we're tuned to open G. This is an A string tuned down to a G, a D string tuned normal to D, and a 3rd string G tuned normal to G. So an A string tuned down to G, a D tuned normal to D, and a 3rd string G tuned normal to G. This has become the sort of the default tuning for cigar box guitars because you can capo to A and B and C and so forth, and you get the full neck. It's sort of how it just turned out. So let's get right to it. On this particular song, I'm using my fingers to do the finger picking. You can use a pick if you like. It's a really cool song with some funky licks to it. So what we're going to be doing here is starting out with the first finger on the 1st string and your thumbs on the 2nd string. And you're going to do a hammer. So the 1st string is open. I'm doing an up pick with my 1st finger. Then I'm using my thumb on the 2nd string, hammering from 0 to 2. Then I'm going back to the 1st string. So it's 1st string, hammer on the 2nd from 0 to 2 with my 1st finger. Then back to the open 1st string. I'm choking that, but you don't really want to choke it when you play the song. I'm just trying to show you exactly what I'm doing here. Using my 1st finger on the 1st string, thumb on the 2nd, hammering from 0 to 2 with my 1st finger, and I'm going back to the open 1st string. Now this song is sort of a fast tempo. In fact, it's probably considered pretty fast for the intricacy of this song. It's not a super fast song, but it might seem like it to you because there's a lot going on here. So when we do this hammer, we're going to jump up. 1st finger is going to be on 1/4, 2nd finger is going to be on 2/5. And I'm sliding into that from 1-ish, somewhere around there, 2-ish maybe. Thumb is on the middle string, first finger's on the first string. And we're going to go right into a shuffle. Lots going on here, but it's really cool. So real slow. First finger, first string. Hammer on the second string to the second fret. Then we go back to that first string. And I'm sliding in somewhere around 3-ish to 4. First finger on 1, 3, slide up to 4. Second finger is going to be on 2, 3. So that's your shuffle. That right there is first half. Got my first finger on 1, 4. Second finger is going to be on 2, 5. Then you go down to first finger is going to be on 1, 2. Then open. I'm using fingers and my thumb. Taking that same open G shuffle and we're moving it up here to the 4 chord, which is going to be on the 5th fret. So we start out with the open, and that's your shuffle. Super, 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 super. Did I say super, 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 super common? But then we're going to go up to the 4 chord. So we want a bar all the way across. This is the 4 chord, but it's the 5th fret. Don't get confused. That's the same shuffle I did down here. Boom, 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 boom. But I'm on the 4 chord on the 5th fret. So that's going to be 5th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret on the 4th string. Then we go to the 7th, so it's boom, 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 boom. That's your shuffle. So you're doing the same shuffle on the 4 chord that we did on this open 1 chord, or G. It's really cool. You're doing a bass line, basically, and a chord at the same time. That's what makes this instrumental so cool. Sounds like 2 or 3 people playing, but it's only one person. To that same bent to bent to bent. So when we start out, that's the exact same intro we did a second ago. Now we're going to do this. Now we go to the 4 chord. So you're starting to get the idea. It's that same riff, which is a rather long riff for the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. It's really, really cool. Didn't do that one so well. There we go. Now we're on the 5 chord. So you can get the idea, we're doing the same riff for the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. extra turnaround that takes you up to the 5. Now we go to the next part. We're going to use the first string open and then the third string open. Okay, so I went through that kind of fast because the song is kind of fast. So let's break this down. Start out with that third string open, boom, boom, boom. And I'm using my first finger on the first string, boom, 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 boom. Third string, first string, back to the third string on the 3rd fret. So I'm doing an up strum with my first finger on the first string and a down strum on with my thumb on the 2nd or 3rd string, depending on where I am in the song. Halfway through the song, so you're probably sweating just a little bit here. So let's go through that part again. That's your first string open. So I'm doing an up strum with my first finger on that first string. Same sequence, although it looks different because it's not open, on the 5th fret. So bar all the way across. So you see how that works. I'm doing the same riff for all 3 chords. Now we go to the next part. Using my thumb on the 3rd string, my first finger on the 2nd and the 1st. Real slow. Does this 8 times. Go to the 5th fret or 4 chord and do the same riff again. Looks totally different because I'm barring all the way across. Then you got a hammer from your 3rd finger to the pinky. This is not the easiest thing if you haven't done this before. Lots of stuff going on here. It's open. Now to the 5 chord. 4 chord, 1. Turn around. Thankfully, we're almost done. Now we do the stop part of this song. Da 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 da. So these chords are pretty interesting on the 3-string cigar box guitar. First finger is going to be on 1-5, your second finger is going to be on 2-7, and your third finger is going to be on 3-8. Da, 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 da. So that's the first chord. And it only does it that many strums. Da, 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 da. Then we go to the second chord, which is up here, way up here. You're going to be on 1-15, and you're going to be on 2-14 and 3-15. Pretty cool. time, real slow. One more time, super slow. Remember to do that slide up. Now we go to the 4 chord. I'm barring all the way across on the 5th fret. I'm using my 3rd finger 2 frets up on the 3rd string, hammering to the pinky. This song requires lots of finger stretching here. The way I'm doing it is the thumb is on the 3rd string, and my 2nd finger is on the 1st string, and my 1st finger is on the 2nd string. Claw hammer, I'm doing a thumb on the down and the other 2 on ups. That really gives it a nice shuffle feel. Now we go down to the 0 chord, or the open. Exact same finger picking, exact same strings. Just down here playing the open. Now we go to the 5 chord. 4. 1. That brings you back to the turnaround. So back to that part again. Something completely different. Really cool song. What I'm doing is open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5, 3, 0. 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and my 3rd finger on the 1st string. Picking all 3 strings, 1 finger per string. I've got my thumb on 3, 1st finger on 2, and my 2nd finger on 1. So I'm playing all 3 strings. You could also alternatively, that's hard to say, alternatively, do this. Which is easier. But I like this sound better. So I'm only fretting the outside 2 strings. That 1st string remains open. I mean, that 2nd string remains open the whole time. Or we can go. Just bar all the way across. That's the super easy cheaters version. I kind of like this better. Fretting the outside strings. Do all that 4 times, then we go to the 4 chord, do the same thing, which is harder up here. Back to the 1. Then we go up to the 5, and then the 4, back down to the 1. Back to the top. All right, so the ending that I made up is string slides down from 3 to 2 to 0. I'm doing the second string 2 and then 0. Same thing on the third string. So that's probably the most intricate of all the 3-string cigar box guitar lessons I've done on this channel. So be patient, take it one little bit at a time, change it up, make it yours. You don't have to do it the way I do. You can just have fun with it, experiment, whatever works best for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Check out my website, Bluesboyjag cigar box guitars, just like this one since 2004, and we'll see you next time.